Hello, biotic beings. This weekend we are exploring the Cowichan Valley, which is on the southern part of Vancouver Island. This afternoon we are going to be hiking Bald Mountain, which is about a 10-kilometer hike located near the town of Cowichan Lake. It should provide some great views and some excellent nature to enjoy. So come along with me and let's see this hike, and I'll be pointing out some cool nature along the way. The trail starts out as this gravelly path, pretty cushy. First wild strawberry of the year. Bountiful. The bracken fern's out. It's a cosmopolitan fern species. Here's a variation of Scotch Broom that I've never seen before. It's got these red flowers. So about, I don't know, 400 meters or so into the trail, you get off the gravel path and start climbing on this summit connector trail. Here's some trailing blackberry in flower. Monkey flower. Cool fern. Maidenhair spleenwort. Great name. Here's an interesting tree. It's arbutus, which is really beloved on Vancouver Island. It's the only evergreen broadleaf tree here. Pretty unique species. So Scotch Broom might be a bad invasive, but it is pretty gorgeous. Just kind of switchbacks after switchbacks at this point. Here's a gorgeous garter snake on the side of the trail. So after quite a few switchbacks, you come to this trail marker and you can either hang out on the plateau or you can do the summit, which is only another 170 meters elevation. Not too bad. Here is the summit, which we are going to summit. So way up on that tree is an olive-sided flycatcher singing. The trail hasn't exactly been spectacular so far, but there are some nice views here and there. Through much of this hike, it's been Douglas fir with a mix of arbutus trees, shrub layer, including a lot of Scotch Broom and also a lot of bracken fern in the understory. The views are getting a little more spicy here. Stairway to heaven. So behind me in this tree is one of my favorite birds, a western tanager. Normally they are so high up in the canopy that it's hard to get a good view, but we're at eye level with it, which makes for a really good opportunity. Today I'm shooting with my first telephoto lens I ever got, which is a 50-300, which is actually a DX lens on my full frame camera. But I've been trying to find a solution to be able to do more active hikes while not having to lug my giant 200 to 500 millimeter round, and this seems to be doing a pretty nice job. So we're getting some pretty interesting rocky outcrops here, headed towards the summit. There, right up on that trail somewhere. Gonna balance, trying to get some footage with not getting mauled. Now it's transitioning into pine. So I just saw some white-crowned sparrows, and I think it's pretty interesting. You can see this species here on Vancouver Island, all the way from the seashore to the mountain top. They are a ubiquitous sparrow species and probably our most abundant sparrow. And now it is raining. We're actually listening to a grouse off right now. There's one on the left and one on the right. We are at the first summit of Bald Mountain. It's a great view of Cowichan Lake. It really is a great hike, not too difficult, and I would recommend it if you're visiting the area. I'm curious about the history of this site because it very much is all disturbed. So I would imagine that it has been clear cut. Often on these rocky sites, once the soil layer is disturbed, it's hard to get it back. The plant community is very much a disturbance community, even though this probably was logged 50, 60, 70 years ago. On the surrounding hills, you can see that much of the area was clear cut, and that is kind of the story on Vancouver Island here. Forestry really is the #1 industry, and you can definitely see the impacts of that on the landscape.